Welcome back to Double Visions Pod.
Spice the vision.
Spice the possibilities
And
to two perspectives. As y'all know by the title, we're going to be talking about how we knew that God was pulling at our heart to have a relationship with him.
The first time I knew that God was like actually pulling me from the outside to pull me inside
The
with
world,
him and only him is my car accident.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but
I think it was too.
I wasn't gonna talk about it. I think that's the time. Like when God was like, okay, come on, it's time to snap back.
Mhm.
You need to get in your Bible. You need to build a relationship with me before you try to build a relationship with friends, a relationship,
Mhm.
and going on and on.
Yeah.
And when I got in my car accident, I know for sure it opened my eyes to a lot of things. Like I was lost. I lost my car. So it was just like, dang, maybe God is right.
Mhm.
And when I say my car accident, like it took a toll on me. Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. It really took a toll on me. I lost a lot of friends.
Yeah.
I lost having hope in a relationship and everything. So what it was is me stepping out on faith again. Because if I didn't have faith and that wisdom from God, I don't know, like, if I would have rebuilt that relationship with God.
Mhm.
Because that's the most important thing right now. Because you can't have a solid relationship, you can't have a solid friendship, or you can't have that family that's going to be, built up with the faith and the wisdom if you don't have God.
Yeah.
So I think that's what was pulling me in towards him more than pulling me out more out into the world where it's a whole bunch of lust. A whole bunch of, failed relationships, failed friendships, family not doing well. So once I got pulled in with God, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. So, and I've been blessed with things that I thought I would never get back. So, yeah.
That's crazy because like my story is like a little similar to yours with the car accident and stuff like that. Yeah, but I feel like the first time I knew God was pulling at my heart is when I was in a relationship and asked that person like, "You do you believe in God?" And they was like, "No, I ain't even really trying to get into all that right now because it seems like it's like not it's basically not real." And I dealt with like probably like two people that said that like I don't really get into it, and I still allow myself to like talk to them and stuff, even though I knew that I believed in God because I was I was raised in the church and stuff like that. So and when I asked that, it was like because that person they use sage and stuff like that, um and I was given a book about like what is it called, the chakras and stuff, like aligning yourself and stuff like that,
Like my
like all that
heart.
so I was given that book and they was like maybe you should take an interest in this, and I honestly start pursuing it, but it was like something was like still seeming off. So I started you know using sage, and when I started using that sage, that's when everything just started crashing down. Cause like I was like, little did I know, I'm thinking the sage is protecting me, but it's only opening up to like other things that's in the world. These doors that you don't want to be opening, portals and stuff like that. And my relationship started to fail, and I'm like, God, okay, if you keep doing this, if you do this for me, if you do this one thing for me, help my relationship, because I really want to keep this relationship. If you do this for me, I'm gonna come to you like, and God forgive me, please, for even taking so long to even answer. But I was like, God, just do this for me, and I'm sitting in my car, crying, sliding down the wall, like and I'm like, God, just do this one thing for me. And I just went on by my day, and it all led up to um my car accident, and I lost literally everything. My relationship still failed. Even after we, stopped talking and we started talking again, and it still failed because I'm thinking like, okay, God, I got the word now. Boom, that's it. And then I go back to the relationship, it's still not the same. And I lost my car, friendships, relationships. I even down to my job. Like it was like God was like literally taking me out the world to isolate me, right, like to sit me down. And that's exactly what he did. He sat me down, took everything from me, and I was like, okay, here I am, God.
I surrender all.
Yeah, I was like, here I am, God. You wanted me. You got the answer. What do you need from me? And I was just like, I was literally confused because when I was reading the Bible, I was like, I don't even understand this. Like I used to be like, oh my gosh, why am I even reading this? This need to hurry up. Like, but now it's like that's all I really want, Like it's amazing how like things from back then I didn't really take interest because I knew God my whole life. I knew he was real. Like I never questioned like, dang, is he really real? But like, right, yeah, I'm like, I know he real. But that pulling, it was like my heart, it was like literally getting pulled. Like I'm like, what is this pulling? But at that very moment when someone tell me like I didn't really practice that in my life, or my life didn't evolve around that. Like I don't have no connections with that, and I still allow myself to talk to that person. But I felt the pulling, like at that very moment, I just started feeling something pulling, like knocking at my heart, like yeah, it's me. I knew who it was, but then I was like, I don't know if this is real. Like, right. Yeah, I'm like that. Yeah, I was like, I don't even know if this is real. Like, and I brushed it off and I just sat in my car. I'm like, God, if this is this you, like, God, if you do this for me, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna answer. Like, but it was like I was trying to almost like get God to work in my favor when I'm not even working in his favor. Like I'm working right against him. So yeah, it was just, and I just went on by my day. But I feel like me leading into everything else that is not of God, like the chakras book and the sage. Like when I start practicing these things, everything just started crashing around me. I'm like, whoa. I'm thinking like, wait a minute, this is supposed to protect me, but right, we only have one and one only true God. So it's like he is the only one that could protect you for real. So I'm like, I thought I was just, yeah, like you said, I was confused. I was definitely lost. I was hurt. Like I was angry. Like, and I did not only run to God because he was calling me. I ran to God because I was really heartbroken. Yeah. It can take a toll. Yeah, I was really heartbroken, and before you knew it, God was healing stuff in me that I didn't even know he was healing. Like it was just like, wow. I looked at myself surprised, like, dang, Tatiana, you not reacting the way you used to react. Like you used to like, be head on heels. But yeah, and I was like, yeah, God, he do actually work in mysterious ways. Like even though we don't even know what he's doing, because God, he definitely leads us in the dark. He'll tell you a message and just leave you there with that one message, and you looking around like what am I supposed to do next? What I supposed to do next? But yeah, it's like I almost could feel that pulling right now because it was just like I can't even explain the feeling, but it was like a strong pull. Like I'm pulling and pulling. It's pulling. It's pulling. I'm like, I don't even know if this for real. But then I had finally asked my mom, I need a Bible. I need a Bible real quick. Like I didn't have no Bible. I never had no Bible. And My mom finally gave me a Bible, and I'm like, it's the King James version. I started reading that book. I was like, nope. I closed that book so fast. I closed that book. Yeah, I closed that book so fast. I was like, I don't understand. I don't understand this book at all because, and then I got the a better version that I can understand, and breaking those verses down into context and stuff. That's, you know, God was actually, He actually was calling me because He has a purpose for me, and I can't build nothing without Him. It absolutely have to be on the foundation of God, because like you could be successful, but it can only last so long.
Right.
But if it's not built through Him, then it's not really worth it. So
You make a good point there, because you go back on to what you were just saying when you said, like, God, can you fix my relationship, and then I'll come to you.
Yeah.
It's like God saying, oh, you want me to fix your relationship and then you come to me, so you put me second. You asking me for a miracle. You asking me for wisdom. You asking me to bless you with a car. You asking me to bless you with a house. You asking me to bless me with a lot of things.
Yeah.
But you saying that you have to fix this first, that something that doesn't even accept me.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's just like, oh, God is gonna work. God's gonna be there with you through thick and thin. God's gonna be in you, within you, but you're not bringing God into the things that you want.
Yeah.
So the person that you're in a relationship with, or the person that you're trying to build a relationship with or a friendship with, they don't even accept God.
Yeah.
So it's just like, why would God say, oh yeah, I'm gonna fix this relationship for you? What if He fixed it for you, and then you not, pulling Him into the relationship, and then God like, oh, I'm about to do something else. So I just feel like it was like that for me too. Like for my car accident, I lost my job. I lost my job before I lost my car. So when I lost my job, it's just like I was praying to God, like, bless me with bless me with another job. I need another job. I want to go and have my dream job, and mentor. So I lost the job. God, I'm like, God, okay, where is the job? Like, yeah. I'm sitting here praying to you. I'm sitting here doing this. Where is the job? Next thing you know, I'm in a car accident. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm not even going to ask you why. I'm not even going to question you. I'm not going to do this, but I was angry inside. Yeah. I was mad at the world. I was mad at the world. So, like, when God is knocking at your door, yeah, you need to open that door first time around.
Yeah, because I can't even explain to anyone that, like, when God calls you, don't ignore it. Like, yeah, because don't ignore it, because if you know something pulling at your heart and you can't shake that feeling, the Holy Spirit is about to shake every shakeables in your weakened spirit.
And he's not coming to kill, steal, or destroy. Yeah, that's the devil job. The God is coming, knocking at your door to protect you. Yeah, to protect you, and only to protect you. So when God is trying to build a relationship with you, He know what the enemy is about to come through with. Yeah. So, and they come heavy.
They do. They come heavy. That spiritual warfare is no joke. Like,
they come heavy.
That spiritual warfare is no joke. Cause one of my hardest spiritual warfare was last year in September, and I ain't never experienced nothing like that before. Like, that was the most, like, craziest time, and we still going through spiritual warfare. Like, but I just do, like, if anybody is out there, because God right now in these times, God is gathering a lot of His people up. Like, people doing a whole lot of stuff. Like, people out here still in the world, but they still in the world, but God is still knocking at their heart, you know, because God, He don't give up on us. He's merciful. So,
Right.
and it's just, you know, everything just be crazy nowadays. Like,
People be like, why, why things not just easy? Like, why God won't just, God telling me to go down this path? Why He just don't tell me, the next step? But if it was like that, like, we might as well just stay at home and God just
everything. Mm-hmm.
throw everything at us. Because if it's gonna be easy, and I think you said this before, if it's gonna be easy and God's just throwing stuff at you,
Mm-hmm.
how are we gonna look back and say, I went through all that?
Yeah, God might as well place you on your purpose right now.
Exactly.
And, you know,
and you can't tell your story, because if you get it easy, what story can you tell?
your testimony.
Your testimony. What testimony will you tell to the next person that's going through, that's not getting it so easy like that?
Yeah.
So you can't expect God to be like, oh, here you go. It's right in your bank account, or here go the car that you wanted, or here go the house you wanted, here go the relationship that you wanted to build, like here go the marriage, the whatever, whatever it is.
You know, we go through the trials and tribulations, like even for us young adults, because older people think that like young adults don't go through a whole lot of stuff as well. But my age and your age, we go through a whole lot that's not even spoken about. Just like how nobody could have knew that, like, you know, we knew that God was pulling at our hearts. We go through that trials and tribulations to, like, you know, for God to mold us into the person that we want us to be.